Heavy rain also caused widespread disruption and damage in Milan, where a courthouse was flooded, following the severe storm that hit Rome on Tuesday and damaged the famous Arch of Constantine. A new wave of bad weather hit northern Italy and caused damage and disruption. A severe storm hit Milan this morning, caused widespread flooding and traffic jams. Part of one of the city coursing underwater and working underway to localize the water leak from the third flood roof. Although there is no direct danger in Lambo severe rivers, Milan security advisor Marco General warned on Facebook that storm would last all day and could intensity. The situation is worse in Piedmont, and the last Stura di Lanzo river was exceeded in danger level in Mezzenile and the warning level in Lanzo. Heavy rainfall in Valle and Turin, with a 169 mm of precipitation in some area over the past 20 hours. Several rivers are approaching for the warning level. Heavy rain also hit Valle d'Aosta, where the regional road Constantine, only road of the city, is closed Lexerta. Other municipal roads, Valnonteuil and Lillaz, also closed. In Ligua, the rain is slowly decreasing after the orange level. The rain moved toward the center of the region. The civil protection director confirmed opening the A10 highway and the resuming to rail service between Final Lagoon and Lazio. A powerful storm has hit northern Italy, bringing widespread destruction to Milan and surrounding areas. The storm, which began at last night, have been characterized by torrential rain, strong winds, and coastal lightning, prompting authorities to issue weather warning and advised residents to stay indoors. Milan, Italy's financial and fishing capital, has been particularly hard hit. Streets were submerged under heavy floodwater in the morning, causing severe traffic disruption. Major through the faces, including Costa Buenos Aires and the parts of Valle's Castores, become impossible due to flood standing motorists and causing delays across the city. Public transports have also been heavily affected, with the several metro lines facing interruption and delays. Communities have been advised to alternative routes and avoid travel where possible. The city iconic landmarks have not been part either. In the Piazza del Duomo, home to Italy famous calendar ink deep water to form it, hampering access of the square. Trees have been uprooted in several parks, including cemetery parks, damaging nearby structure and vehicles. Emergency services have been working around the clock, responding to hundreds of calls about the flooding, fallen debris, and power outage. Milan's Malpensa airport was reported flight delays and cancellations, with several flights being diverted to neighboring airports. Train services have also forced disruption, with the long delays to roads and out of the city due to severe weather conditions. The Italian Meteorological Service was warning the storm and continued throughout the day, with the rainfall expected to reach 18 to 100 mm in some areas. Authorities have urged residents to stay indoors unless absolutely necessary and avoid driving through the flooded areas, as water levels are expected to rise further. Northern Italy has experienced a particularly stormy autumn this year, with the extreme weather patterns become more frequent in recent months. Experts have attributed the increase in such event climate change, which has caused the rise in intensity and unpredictability storm across the Mediterranean region. Despite the disruption, serious injuries have been reported so far. However, officials are warning the potential landslides in the hilly areas surrounding the Milan, as the ground become increasingly saturated. Local government has deployed emergency team to monitor vulnerable areas to assist those affected. As Milan begins to assess the damage caused by the storm, and residents left grappling with the related to increasingly severe weather. Local authorities have related to committed to improving infrastructure to cope with the future storms, but the frequency and intensity such event pose to ongoing challenge to city preparedness. Rome, the historic heart of Italy, have been battered. The severe storm caused widespread disruption across the city. Torrential rain and powerful winds descended even the capital of Tuesday evening, submerged streets, halting public transport, and leaving residents grappling with power outage. Local reported flash flooding in several districts, with the central areas around the river Tiber particularly hard hit. Some of the city iconic landmarks, including Coliseum and St. Peter's Square, experienced brief clear precipitation. A precautionary measure, though there were reports no serious damage in the historic site. Streets and pitches normally busy with the tourists and area deserted. The water level rose rapidly, being some areas increasable. Rome's already standard drainage system trended to cope with the deluge, leaving significant flooding in low-lying parts of the city. In some neighborhoods, water level rose high enough submerged cars and emergency services were dispatched to rescue residents trapped in their homes. A storm has sparked concern over the city infrastructure, with the crisis ongoing. The most investment needed to prepare an increasing frequency extreme weather events linking to climate change. Public transport across the city ground to help with the trams and business tragedy able to navigate water-loaded streets. Rome metro system also forced temporarily closed several lines due to flooding in station. Commuters were left standing and they attempts to return home during the rush tour, with some forced to wade knee-deep water in the city main through the faces. In response to the storm, the city mayor Roberto Caletti Gualierdi urged residents to remain indoor in one non-essential travel unit the water improved. Our priority, the ensuring safety everyone to the city, Kennedy said, adding the emergency service are working throughout the globe to mitigate the impact of the storm. Local meteorologists have warned the main rain could be one of the way in the coming days, exacerbating the situation. Italian Civil Protection Department has issued a red alert for the Lazio region, with including rooms, urging residents to be preparing for the fully advanced weather. Turin, a major city in the northern Italy, has been hit by torrential rain in recent days, leading to widespread destruction across the region. The heavy downpour, which began early in the week, has caused flooding in several parts of the city, raising concerns about the potential landslides and damage to infrastructure. Meteorologists have issued a red alert for the Piedmont region, with which Turin, the capital, warning residents of the further severe weather conditions. Rivers in the area, including the Pro River and Slow to dangerous level, prompted emergency service to take precautionary measures. In some places, water level are reported to have been raised over 2 meters, submerged roads and making transport link impossible. Local authorities have urged residents to remain indoor and avoid unnecessary travel. Rescue teams work around the clock to mitigate the damage. Several schools and public officials in the city have been closed to safety measures. Meanwhile, many homes have been submerged from the power outage and utility companies struggling to restore service amid the ongoing deluge. The rain has also caused significant disruption to Turin public transportation system. Train and businesses are experiencing delays and cancellation, where flights to Turin Castle Airport have been forcing significant delays due to poor visibility, with the water-loaded runway. Drivers on the region motorway have been warned to not those conditions, with numerous incidents reported due to equivalent to flooded roads. Turin's Mayor Stefano La Russa addressing the public urging citizens to remain continuous. One of the extraordinary events in our priority is safety in our citizens, while working closely emergency service to ensure the help rescuing those in need as quickly as possible, he said in a statement. Across the region, emergency service are on a high alert, with firefighters on civil protection team deployed to the hardest hit area. In the rural parts of the Piedmont region, landslides have been reported. Cut off ACs, the remove vigilant and put an additional pressure on the local authority to provide aid. Experts attributed the extreme weather conditions to a combination of factors including seasonal rainfall patterns and the effect of climate change. Italy has experienced several instances to severe flooding in recent years, with the scientists warning that such events are likely to become more frequent as the global temperature continues to rise. With the rain showing to sign to above authorities are preparing for the future flooding in the coming days. Emergency shelters have been stopped to those forced to evacuate their homes, and the government has pledged to financial assistance and support recovery effort. However, the immediate priority remains ensure the safety of the city residents and Turin grappling one of the most severe weather events in recent memory. While the region has the history of the heavy rain during the autumn, the intensity of the current storm has cut off guard on the highlighting and challenging posed by the increasingly unpredictable weather patterns. As the situation develops, the local authority will be watching closely, hoping to break in the latest rain.